This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Testing, take 3. Welcome back to Will Run For Podcast.
This is insane.
I am your producer, Michael.
Take 3 without the fan and with Michael's mic actually on.
My mic turned on. Okay, so...
What a concept.
We will be getting to our Loopy Looper on the ground episode. To do a quick recap, we're going to come back and recap Loopy and labor pains after the Labor Day holiday. If you want to hear a recap, head over to Rise and Run, who I almost called On the Runs. Also, big shout out to Eric and Erica, who sent in a ton of AMA questions and also sent us a ton of swag.
It's true. We have.
I'm actually. Awesome.
What did I just do? I just had the shirt in my hand.
Yes.
It's gone.
Nobody can see it anyway. We're audio.
It's true. We are not a visual medium. Yes, we jumped on to Rise and Run with myself and Tom and Heather and Leah and Brianna and Greg and Bob, and it was a fun time. Not sure how it all came together, but I will listen to it soon.
I listened to it today. It was good.
Hope y'all listen to it.
Greg's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
It's true. Did you get a cut of it for the end of this? Maybe, it's going to be at the end of this episode.
Maybe. I did not get a cut of it. Did you ask him for one?
I did.
Possibly we'll have it at the end of the episode. If not, head over to Rise and Run. Anyway, so yeah, we ended up only recording the first 12 hours, so we didn't get to all the AMAs. We'll probably go through those when we do our recap of the race in general. So, spoiler alert, a massive line of storms came through midway through the race and wiped out everything.
Yep, pretty much.
So, tents and gear and stuff was everywhere. People were already hurting from the heat, and then they were hurting from the rain and storms.
Yep, it was carnage. But like I said, I said it earlier, and obviously now you didn't hear it, but I said that Jen and Pete, I believe, will be wrapping up our episode, because I did get a quick interview with them in the morning. Both of them were dead tired. They had been through a harrowing evening along with the rest of everyone, and they said it was carnage.
Yes, it was carnage. So Leah made it through the entire night. I stayed with her. Erin came back after getting a little rest. The rest of everybody else pretty much made it about 12 hours or so. Skip, who was with us, made it about 14 to 16 hours in that range. He went pretty long. Which was longer than a lot of people out there, I will say, because the rain definitely, the storms and rain and camps being blown all over kind of hurt everyone.
Yeah, I think it just happened at a bad time of day.
Yeah.
People were tired from the heat.
Anyway, this is the On the Ground episode. Take a listen. We did a lot of AMAs and stuff, and we started out the night before at Kings Road. Tom and we could not even hear each other. And, hopefully it sounds okay. But stay tuned for next week. We should have an not on the ground. What's that called? A runner studio.
Yes.
We'll have a runner studio next week. And then I don't even know what date it is. So we'll figure it out after that.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't even know where we're at after that. We're at the end of August sometime, so I assume we're not recording again until after Labor Day.
No, we won't be back until September.
So it might be a couple of runner studios.
We'll probably skip a week.
Or skip a week, yeah.
Yeah, we might be able to record the last week in August. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who knows? Anyway,
enjoy the
show.
All right, test from Kings Road Brewing Company. We're testing out the new mics.
I can't even hear you. It's so loud in here.
I know, it's pretty loud in here. And here are all of our friends.
Tom is sitting right next to me. I can't hear a word he's saying.
It's really loud.
So insanely loud in here.
All right.
It is crazy. Oh my God, they should ban children from breweries. Do you hear these screams? It's absolutely insane. So we're at Kings Road. Everybody just did packet pickup. And we are just sitting at the table. Everybody's filtering in. It is Loopy Looper pickup day, and we're all heading to the park tomorrow. It was a balmy 96 degrees today and humid, and there's thunderstorms about to roll in. So that's the pre-race check-in report. We'll check in with some people here at Kings Road in a few minutes. All right, we're back. Kings Road. I'm with Aaron this time.
Wow, it's really hard to even hear you.
I know. This is the issue Tom and I had. We couldn't hear each other because it's actually so loud in this brewery right now that we can't even hear ourselves think.
Why is this brewery so loud?
I don't know. It's become very loud. I'm going to blame Dan, Marcia, Chris,
and Steph.
and Steph.
It's that table over there. They're full of trouble.
They're just screaming. So we have, what do we have, 3 relay teams? 3
relay teams, so we have 12 people.
Yep. We have Leah with us, who's doing the 24.
Yep.
Her 2 kids are doing the nighttime glow loop.
Yep. We have our friend Skip, who's going to be doing the 100-miler.
Yep.
Kurt, Sexy Kurt, is going to be around
Pacing
tomorrow.
and hanging out.
Yeah. Heather.
Oh, yeah, Heather Cohen's coming.
Heather's coming.
Puck and Rock's coming.
And I think that's it because Lisa
unfortunately got COVID. Yeah.
So
that stinks, but better to rest up and be healthy.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a little too hot to mess around.
Oh, God. It's going to be brutal out there tomorrow. I am not looking forward to it. I bought lots of suntan lotion. I bought lots of cooling towels.
Tom, wait until you see the shorts I wear tomorrow. I am wearing my rabbit shorts tomorrow. I'm going to let it be known now.
His short shorts? Michael wears short shorts.
I think they might be a 3-inch inseam.
What?
They might be.
Dare you dream?
No, I'm not even exaggerating.
Dare you dream of a 3-inch inseam?
This is not an exaggeration.
Oh.
How short are those rabbit shorts?
They're really short.
All right, Aaron, then you're going to have to dress conservatively because we cannot have a situation out on that course. Cooper River Park is a family park.
Until nighttime. And then it becomes a very adult-themed park.
Oh, my. We're going to have a Will Run for After Dark.
Yes. Well, you'll be hearing this long after the questions come in, so.
That's true.
Did you do an Ask Me
I didn't. I forgot, but I'm going to do it literally right now.
That you'll obviously see, and that'll be coming up later in this episode.
20 minutes.
Yep. So, we're going to enjoy some more Kings Road, get some food. We'll check in with everybody before we head to bed tonight and see how they're feeling about this.
All right.
It's so the muscles right below my left butt cheek are like real weak and tender. Like I don't know what it is, but it hurts to run. It's almost like I'm about to pull it, but it's not there yet, I don't think. So like I think I need to make a mental note when that happens to engage my glutes. Because I think I have just a lazy ass.
If you're waiting that long, you're not there.
It's probably complete lack of stretching. Don't get me started on the hemorrhoid situation.
Okay.
Welcome to Will Run for Podcast.
Loopy Looper edition.
Loopy Looper edition.
Behind the scenes.
Here, ask people what they.
For him, it's under the scenes.
Let's ask a few folks what they hope to accomplish from this this ultra event.
Stephanie.
We're going to start with the patriarch.
Oh, no. Patriarch.
Of the podcast, Michael. Michael, what do you hope to accomplish tomorrow during Loopy Looper?
I think we're going for 100 miles as a team. Not that my team knows that yet, but
Nice.
That's what we're doing.
Nice.
Because we're going to beat the supposed fast team.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we're actually the fast team.
Yeah, you are.
Just saying.
Okay. All
Just
right.
throwing down the gauntlet a little bit. Kind of like Robert Downey Jr. did in Thor.
Good job. Good job.
That was close,
I know
right?
you're a big Marvel guy. I know that. But I hear to be on your team, you have a certain requirement.
It's 7:30 or bust. Like, if you can't do it,
If you can't do a 7
yeah.
minute 30-second
You know,
mile,
I'm sorry.
you should
You
just
gotta
get
go.
in the water. You should just jump right in the
Yeah,
lake.
I mean,
Or don't even show up.
just don't even bring your running panties if you're not going to hit a 7:30.
That's true. That's true. Okay. I appreciate the confidence. This is Michael. He's he's team captain of the. Is this the fast holes?
No, that's the thing, is that they are not the fast holes. That's why he's throwing down the gauntlet.
Oh,
saying that
just
they're
like
going
Robert
to
Downey
beat-
Jr. did in Thor.
Yes, exactly. The look of disgust on Chris's face as he said that. Chris, how are we feeling about what just happened?
I think I'd have to say that I was confused with fast holes because he said that our team was a self-declared fast hole team, and I thought that if you took one of those letters out, it would be right. If you remove the S, the fat holes, that'd be me.
No,
I think that would work.
that was my nickname in college.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question. What do you hope to accomplish tomorrow in the Loopy Looper event?
Aside from not dying, I think
That's a high bar.
I'm really excited for us to try, and I think we'll accomplish the 100 miles in 24 hours. 101 miles? Okay. Okay. Fractions and decimals, whatever. I don't remember what you get for doing it, but as long as there's a medal involved, it's the only reason worth running.
I think you get more and more annoying as the event goes on.
That sounds
The
just
closer
like a
you get to
regular
that
day
101.
for Chris.
No, it's good. Own it. Hey, and I hear you prepared one of your legs in a special way for this event. Can you elaborate on that,
I
please?
think you're referencing my sexy leg.
Your sexy legs.
I can see his sexy leg.
It is my left knee
Evident.
Oh,
normally has issues, and so the KT tape sticks better on my leg. I nared it, and it is smooth.
oh, maybe I need KT tape for my left butt cheek, but it
I think you need nair first.
needs Nair.
Yeah.
What are you doing later?
You're sleeping together.
I mean, we're sleeping in the same room, but there's no door. So it's just a bunch of opportunity, Aaron. That's what I'm saying to you.
How heavy of a sleeper are you?
I mean, I'm trying to lose weight. Like, what does that mean? Heavy. What is he saying? Deep? Do you mean deep sleeper?
Somebody's gonna be deep.
I'm taking this mic back before things go too far off the rails. Stephanie, what do you got for us?
I don't know. Do we have a goal tomorrow? Just to finish?
Yeah. So Stephanie, Tom, and I, along with Matt Frumpa, are on a team, and I think our goal is to look pretty.
Oh, I've got that down. Bright colors. I'm going to be most fashionable.
Too late.
Oh,
Oh,
Tom.
no, I'm not throwing that on the gauntlet. I'm just saying we will accomplish that.
Oh, okay. As a team.
As a team.
We are going to be the sexiest there, despite Chris's sexy leg.
That's
That's what
true.
you're telling me.
That's true.
All right, let's throw things over to Dan. Do you have any questions for Dan, Tom?
Hi, Dan. How are you?
I'm splendid, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. Dan, are you ready for tomorrow?
I am. Though it seems like if we're going by an average, if Chris is taking care of the sexy, the three of us will take care of the not sexy part of that. Therefore, ensuring your win on that, on the sexy level. There you go. Raise the roof.
Well, I mean, if you're going to take an L just so he feels better, that's fine. Do you have a strategy for tomorrow?
I do, but haven't talked to my teammates fully yet, so we'll find out. 101.25 miles. Let's see if we can get it done 24 hours. That's the idea. I have spreadsheets and such. Yes, she makes fun of me. And the phone gets...
And I'm taking this away from him because I am here to say, do not put pressure on the people
There it is.
on your team, because there are people on your team that may be nervous about whether or not they are going to make this goal, and I do not want any pressure put on them. The end.
So with that in mind, I have no strategy whatsoever other than to keep my mouth shut and to run my portions as best I can to make as much fun for everyone else as possible. How's that for an answer?
Perfect. Amazing. I'm going to throw it over to Marcia now.
Hi.
Oh, hey, girl, hey.
Take the mic. Tom.
Marcia,
Yes.
what do you hope to accomplish tomorrow at Loopy Looper?
This is my first ultra race
Oh,
format ever in my whole life, and I'm the oldest one here. So
What?
I am, sir.
Are you older than Dan?
No, slightly younger than Dan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm very excited and also nervous enough to vomit. So cool.
oh, okay. Well, we're happy you're here,
Thanks.
and it sounds like we're gonna have a pretty busy base camp, pretty packed with folks. So we're all gonna be here supporting each other. Aaron is already slightly insufferable with all of these plans. Can we bring gummies?
Wait, what kind of gummy?
We can bring gummies. I
Gummy
have
bears.
plenty of
Gummy
gummy
bears.
bears.
This is a PG-13.
Plenty of gummy bears.
I wish I'd have known.
It's New Jersey. We can bring whatever
I
gummies
would
we
have
want.
brought my gummy bears.
Oh,
Yes, we can have some gummy bears to help the anxiety levels. And also, they help with nausea. And I would know this because that's what I
don't do
take
it.
them
Don't do it.
for.
why? Why are you taking them?
Because I sometimes need to take them when I have nausea.
Okay.
Tom wants me to say it really badly, but I'm not going to because I refuse to be insufferable.
Too late.
All right, we're going to wrap this up now.
Yeah. So we are all currently sitting in Marsha's bedroom.
We are currently sitting in Marsha's bedroom, so we should give Marsha her bedroom back.
But yeah, we'll check in throughout the weekend. You're going
For
to get
sure.
a lot of obnoxious content.
It's going to be fun.
We didn't ask us anything, so we'll see how that pans out.
Hopefully we get some questions between now and tomorrow.
Yeah. Giddy up.
Bye.
All right, so we're doing some Ask Us Anythings. It's the middle of the day here at Loopy Looper with Tom. So Eric, our on the runs friend, who we stayed up at Mount Washington with, he wants to know what favorite Aerosmith songs and have you ever seen them perform?
All right, so I'm going to start with the second question. I have seen Aerosmith perform probably 4 or 5 times in my life. I did see them in 2001, once pre 9/11, once post 9/11, and pre 9/11 was all like ballads and love songs, and post 9/11 was all like really rock out songs. They always put on a good show, but favorite Aerosmith songs, that's tough. I like Janie's Got a Gun. I like Angel. I like Walk This Way. I like all the classics. Oh, we got a runner coming in. This runner is dressed like a banana, and that person's killing it.
Yeah.
I like most Aerosmith songs. And yeah, it's not great that they're retiring, but we get it, and we love Aerosmith.
I have never seen them live,
Okay.
but I did see Steven Tyler do the Sword in the Stone in Magic Kingdom at that thing at the carousel one day, and he was there with, I assume, his family. And I would say my favorite Aerosmith song is kind of cliche, but it's probably Dream On or something from that era.
Yeah.
I don't particularly love anything after they got sober, I think.
There is something to be said for him putting his daughter in all his videos, and
It's weird.
I'm not going to get into it, but
Yeah, it's a thing.
But shout out to Aerosmith because you are a great rock band.
Okay, and we have, let's see. Are you following also from Eric, are you following the Code Brown commandments to avoid any oh crap moments on Loopy Looper? I think so, because there are plenty of porta pots and bathrooms around this park,
Yeah.
I will say.
There's plenty of opportunity to get you out of a Code Brown. It's early, so I think runner brain hasn't really kicked in, but as it gets hotter, you might start to make bad decisions. So anything can happen at Cooper River Park, especially Code Brown.
Suze wants to know, has anyone contacted you about extending your car's warranty?
No one's tried to contact me about extending my car's limited warranty.
That just ran out.
And it just ran out.
All right. Erica, on runs also. Will we be there next year?
Well, this year's setup is amazing. We got 4 canopies. We got 1 million coolers.
Yeah, we got a good gig here.
We got a small army of people, tons of food, tons of support. It's a really good vibe. I could be convinced again, but you never know. You never know. So we'll see what happens today, but this is a really, really fun setup, and we're having a great time.
If we're not here, we'll be nearby since we live 3 miles away. So
It's true.
how are we fueling for the race from Rachel Likes to Run?
So here's the thing. It's a 3.75 mile loop. So it's kind of a strange thing to fuel for. Like, I go out with blocks and water, but like by the time you're really like dying for something, you're back at the start. So, I mean, I would fuel for this like you fuel for anything, but you do have that safety blanket that it's a looped race. It's not a gigantic loop, so it's, you know, whatever happens, happens.
I have an announcement.
Excellent.
Aaron's got an announcement.
We just got a new listener who walked up and asked what the name of our podcast was. And we said, we'll run for a podcast. And she said, oh, look, it's on the sign.
Oh, we have a sign.
That
yes.
makes sense.
We have a special sign.
So she says she's going to go listen to us on our next loop.
Oh, there you go.
So
Try
we
not
have
to listen to the last one. The audio was bad.
We have a new listener.
And then we're going to be like, what happened to your phone? And she's like, I threw it in the water because you guys are insufferable.
Lisa, who unfortunately couldn't be here, wants to know if we are melting. And I think that's a yes.
We're all in shade right now, but there's not a lot of shade at this park. And these clouds are not doing what they need to be doing, so people are melting.
And what will we do if it starts storming?
When thunder roars, go indoors. Safety first, always. But we're runners, so we're stupid, so we'll probably just stay here if it thunders. I don't know. There's a lot of metal poles around me.
Oh, yeah. What could go wrong?
There's
Metal, tents,
Yeah.
high winds, lightning. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yep. All right. That's some of our Ask Me Anythings for now. We'll be back when we're all worse for the wear as it gets hotter and hotter throughout this day.
Yeah, there's a super soaker guy right there. I was like, please.
Oh, that's ice water too. All right, we're back with our next AMA, and Tice asks, "Are the loops fun?"
The loops are monotonous. They're consistent. You start to learn what your favorite house is.
Yeah.
There's people that don't know what speed limits are that just use this. It's like a racetrack around this lake. It's not a closed lake loop, so there's any number of people just sauntering about or milling about, whatever the kids are saying. It's boring. It's boring. It's beautiful, I guess, but you do it more than twice and you're like, whatever, I don't It's not entertaining.
Imagine if you ran it all the time anyway, and then came and did this.
Well, Michael, who would do that?
I would say they're mildly fun. The relay is more fun than the 24-hour, I'll tell you, because you get a nice long break in between.
Yeah.
All right, we have one from Swim, Bike, Run, Spire. I want to do this next year because of y'all. Have the best time. It is a fun time.
It is a fun time.
It's going to be hot. I'll highly recommend it.
But just like anything in this stupid sport, it's all about the people that you meet along your way that make it fun.
And Runcation Dreaming. If you had a warning label, what would it say?
Don't puncture. He's gelatinous. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I would say warning volatility.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Oh my God.
Ryan. Sorry, I have my glasses on, so I can't read. I know that's weird to hear that, but I need reading glasses. Ryan Emery asks, I'm trying to get my under a 20-minute 5K. Any advice?
From me? Again,
Where's Jack? We need advice.
This is my friend's son, and he's super fast. I can't imagine what his mile per minute pace would be.
Best advice for getting under a 20-minute 5K, Jack? Speed work.
I guess so. I don't know. I have trouble doing it.
Some of us have gotten close here, but I would say 400s for speed work. And easy runs otherwise. Yeah.
You got to put in the speed work. It sucks this time of year. But
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, run fast in the summer. It will help in the fall.
That's what they say.
It's miserable while you're doing it, though. Let's see. EcoFit. Oh, Erin's not here right now. She's on her loop, but why didn't Erin and I stop in Connecticut to say hi to pet her dog? Well, see, the thing was, we did stop in Connecticut because your roads are atrocious, and we were stuck in traffic for an hour and a half in Connecticut. If you were close to the roadway, we could have actually just stepped out of the car for who knows how long while waiting to move anywhere. But that would have actually been fun. Let's see. I'll save those. We got a couple EcoFit ones, so I want to save the Erin ones for her. Can we get another Inside the Runner Studio with Tipsy Tom, please?
Gladly.
Possibly tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah, maybe we'll do one tomorrow morning.
Oh, can we do an Inside the Runner Studio at like 3 a.m.?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Who wants to be the victim?
Oh, that would be a good idea. It's a good idea.
We should do
Smart.
a Inside the Runner Studio with
At
somebody,
like 3 a.m.
with somebody here at 3 a.m.
It was 3 a.m. I might be lonely.
Who's real cranky? Oh, I gotta love the park.
That's usually that's around midnight you start hearing that.
Yeah.
So Team Commando or Team Undies?
Team Commando is irresponsible. People who sleep nude are irresponsible.
What
Because
about running? I mean, you gotta netting.
What? No, you gotta keep your business in check.
They have netting. There's netting.
Is that Commando if there's netting?
Probably. I don't know. It's unofficial.
That's a real chicken or the egg kind of situation.
Oh, there's some smutty smut questions. That's not for us, though.
I guess.
I know nothing about it. Let's see. Oh, we never hear my take on music. What are my top 5 artists? Let's see.
I saw this question.
That's interesting. Top 5. I'll go with Glenn Hansard, my friend who I hung out with in Portland.
Ridiculous. You should have gone to the show. I'd have ditched all the Ragnar people to go to that show.
So my friend Glenn. Let's see. We'll give it a mix. I'm trying to think. I'll say Inside Out, which is pre-Rage Against the Machine.
Really?
Zach
That's
De La
an
Rocha.
excellent poll. I knew that.
Of course, because I
have that album.
was around then.
I have that album.
The 7-inch? No Spiritual Surrender?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I do.
It's excellent. Revelation Records.
Yeah.
So let's see. That's 2. I'll go with I'll go Current, and I'll go with Billy Strings.
Okay. Billy Strings.
Enjoy some Billy Strings. Guys, so I'm gonna go with God, there's a lot. I don't know. It's a tough question. My brain doesn't work that well, so I'm trying to remember. Let's see. I said Glenn. I said Inside Out. I said Billy Strings. We'll go with... Who have I seen the most? I'm trying to think. We'll go with Sick of It All.
Sick of It All?
I do have a Sick of It All tattoo, so I feel like I have to
Okay,
say it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then we'll go with Iron Maiden.
And Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Nice list.
Yeah.
Appreciate the
I could
list.
switch some of those out, but yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Let's see. From Sasha Lynn Allwart, how did we all become friends?
Oh, man.
There was this thing called Team Shenanigans Podcast.
Yep.
That's how Tom, Diana, and Aaron met at Bird in Hand race.
We met at Bird in Hand.
Yes, at our friend Sam's house, who passed away this year.
Yes. Yes.
And then I met Erin because she wanted to run in the woods. So she came to run with Kurt and I and some other people, and then I left her and ran away. And then I subsequently met everybody else.
And then really, if it's a question on how the podcast started, there was a pandemic. Everything was shut down. No one
When
had
was
anything
that?
to
I
do.
don't remember that when that happened.
I know, but like we were having all these Zoom parties or whatever, and then I think me and Aaron, well, I'd always wanted to start a podcast because of other podcasts, but like me and Aaron have drastically different running capabilities, and I was like, it'd be fun to have like a podcast where we can just chat about different people with different styles of running.
Yeah, it worked.
And then it worked.
We have one.
Now we have a banner.
Yeah, we have a banner. You know who doesn't have a banner? Greg, who I'm looking at right now. Speaking of Greg, is he the big spoon or the little spoon this weekend?
I mean, if I'm lucky, he's the big spoon. Just saying. Me and Greg spent like 5 hours in a wave pool together one time. It's very nice.
Let's see. Matt Trax, what is your favorite comfort movie?
Oh, man.
Comfort. Yeah, that's different than favorite movie. That's something where you can just throw... I'm going to say the ultimate film, and that is Roadhouse.
Anywho,
Anywho.
okay, Roadhouse. That's a great one. God, what's a comfort movie? I like the old school John Candy stuff, like the great outdoors.
Yeah, Uncle Buck.
Summer rental, Uncle Buck, all of those.
Summer rental where they have the boat race. Yeah,
Those are just classics.
Yeah,
Classics.
Those are good. We got another one from Matt. What's our favorite Run Disney race memory, and why is it the pizza cone?
I mean, the pizza cone's up there.
It is memorable.
I mean, it's easy to just default and say finishing Dopey.
True. What about finishing Dopey and not having a pizza cone?
That was a low point.
I think my favorite Run Disney memory is when I had a Price of Fame moment where a fine gentleman from Chester County walked up to us at the baggage carousel and asked us if we were from Will Run For.
Oh,
It was our Price of Fame.
I get it. Happens to me constantly.
Constantly. And
That person went to the Patreon.
the Patreon. We got a bunch of smut questions from EcoFit. Let's see. Oh, Tom, what's your favorite Dave Matthews Band song?
The real answer is I'll back you up. But Gray Street's fantastic. Warehouse is fantastic. I celebrate the whole catalog, but we'll go with number 41.
Oh. I don't even know what that is.
That's my jam.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Skip coming around. All right, we got one from Tony. He wants to know, what is your worst trusted fart story? Did you ever have an accident while you were running?
Oh man, I don't want to jinx it, but no, not while I was running.
So I never had an accident like that, but I was running around here, not this park, but down the street actually, and I was having stomach problems.
Oh.
And I was looking for nothing was really. It was pretty early in the morning. Nothing was open. It was wintertime. I had like tights on, I think, under my shorts. And I thankfully found a porta potty at the last minute. But as I pulled down everything, it just exploded like a shotgun all over the inside of the
Man,
porta potty.
that is graphic, and I am a visual person.
It was. I felt horrific for leaving it that way, but there was literally nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do.
It was nothing I could do. I thought I had made it, and apparently not. It was terrible.
Man, that's a spicy meatball.
Usually if I'm in the woods, it's not a big deal. I'll just dig a little hole. That's not, you don't have to worry. As long as you dig a hole, stay away from water source.
Do
all
you
that.
dig a hole?
Yeah, especially out in the Pinelands. It's all sandy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
easy to dig a little hole out there. Off the trail, away from water, be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and we'll get back to those. Oh, wait, we have one from Legendary Bill Stewart. What is your favorite fast food item?
The real answer is a McDonald's hash brown.
Oh, that's good. See, for me, it's the 2 cheeseburger meal after a long run.
That's a great
Yeah.
choice.
With the fries and a Coke. Yes, when they were reasonably priced, it was a good
Hey,
choice.
Bill, recognize that we both went for McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. How on brand was that?
How on brand was that? That
like
was
he-
not even planned.
No.
No, this is Bill that dresses up as Ronald McDonald for the races.
He scares people. Well, that is some more AMA. We'll be back. We still have, how long have we been here? 5 hours? 5.5, 6 hours? 6.5 hours?
It's only 1:30. It's on 1:30. We're
It's
going
only
to 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a ways to go, guys. We're gonna be
Fantastic. Keep them questions coming.
here. We're gonna do some after dark ones later. We'll put a new post for the after dark questions.
Oh,
I may have to censor that part of the pod.
saucy.
Save your smut questions.
So we are at Loopy Looper officially. The started about an hour and a half ago. I have Megan.
Good morning, everybody.
How are you?
Great.
Did you already go out there?
I completed 1 loop so far.
And what team are you on?
Team running, trying to beat the fast holes.
Yeah, that's what we're calling your team today. So far, you are winning.
Okay.
You came in before the fast hole team. How do you feel about that?
It's pretty incredible. I can't believe it.
How's the weather out here today?
It's soupy. It's sweaty. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that pretty much sums that up. Thanks for that description. Do you
Good
guys
vibes,
have a
though,
goal?
all I think our team's hoping to complete 100 miles.
There you go. All right, cool. I don't know. That's all I really got. So
I think that's
we're
great.
going to move on to another person.
Having a great time with the Loopy Loopers here.
Yep, we'll be back. And I have... How about you say your name for the podcast? Oh, Tom's not here.
No,
I
Tom's
still
not
think
here.
Tom doesn't know how to say your name.
How about I'm just Brianna?
Brianna?
Realistically, I mean, that's what everybody calls me. It just became my Instagram handle to shorten it because I couldn't get my other name.
Okay.
Bria was like my high school nickname.
Okay. Well, there you go. So
MySpace nickname.
how are you doing out here today?
Pretty good. I'm
You
very
look
wet right now.
Very wet.
Very wet right now. I'll probably
Yeah.
change my clothes as soon as we're done this.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
my tank top.
Yeah.
But it's actually not as bad out there as I thought it would be.
Oh.
So far. I know it's going to get worse. I was very prepared for it to be awful from the start. So.
Okay. So you felt good on your first
I did.
loop. Okay.
Felt very good. So
And now you have about 2.5 to 3 hours to rest.
works for me.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
feel-
eat all the food. I realized when I was out there I was starving, so
Yeah.
that probably wasn't the way to start either.
Yeah. I am actually hungry too, but I keep waiting for my people to get back because I'm afraid that if I eat, then my stomach's going to bother me.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't got anything else. What else do you got?
Nothing right now.
All right. We'll
Still
check
soaking
in.
it in.
We'll check in a little bit. I just interrupted a nap by Jack Witzig. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Not bad. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
How was your first loop?
It was very sweaty.
You look very wet as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've already changed my shirt.
Okay.
After going out for, 4 miles, a little less, I did not expect to be drenched like I had just gotten into a swimming pool, but, that's the kind of day it's going to be.
It's pretty much swimming out here.
Yeah.
You know what was really nice? Last weekend.
Yeah, that's the
It
way
was
it works.
a beautiful 82 degrees with a lovely breeze and low humidity.
Yeah, we are not likely to see that today, but the atmosphere is good. I mean, I think spirits are high so far today.
It looks pretty crowded this year. I
Yeah,
feel like
definitely.
it feels like there might be more people than there have been in the past.
Yeah, I think I saw that it had sold out, except for the light up run, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, the glow run.
Glow
yeah,
run.
the night glow run.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, they've sold out. Done really well this year.
Yeah. All right. We'll catch up with you guys later.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, Steph.
Hi.
How you doing?
Can I go home?
No.
I'm getting better friends.
You committed.
I'm going to find friends who brunch and don't run.
Look, we got some party music going now.
Yes, we do. Thank God.
How you
we have
feeling?
music. I'm okay. We'll see how the next round goes.
Okay.
But I'm good so far.
You just said you need better friends, though.
Yes. I'm looking at when I need a better friend.
What happened there? Did I influence you?
Yes. You told my husband, asked my husband to do something stupid, and then somehow I got myself involved in this.
Listen, I texted and asked Dan if he wanted to do this because he's stupid enough to do it, and you volunteered to do it on your own.
I volunteered to cheer, and then all of a sudden I thought this was going to be fun, and it's not fun.
I don't believe you.
It's not fun. It's work.
You're having fun.
Tiny bit. Very tiny.
How you doing, Chris?
I'm in a lot of pain, but
How many loops have you done?
2.
2. What's the pain from?
I imagine at the moment I'm tingly because I couldn't get enough oxygen.
Okay. Is it because the dew point is 70, like 7?
If you say so. I'm gonna.
Are you gonna
agree with you.
Go with yes on that
Yeah.
one? Okay. How you doing?
Doing all right.
All right.
Yeah.
You've had a little time to sit for a little while.
Yeah, I've got 2 done. I think I'm gonna have to switch my intervals up after this one. With
What
the
kind of
but
intervals are you doing?
Right now, I'm just doing 45, 45s.
I've been doing 1-1s, which is a lot.
And I think I'm gonna go down to maybe like a 45, 30.
I don't know what my plan is. I've been running on the treadmill 4 1s, and I went out and I was like, "That's not happening."
Yeah, so I think we're gonna do that, and then I think walking's gonna happen a little earlier today than I expected it to, but
I feel like that's just the kind of day it is.
at least until the sun goes down.
Yeah, I agree.
So
But we are. What time is it now? I can't see my watch.
10 after 12.
Okay, so we are 5 hours in. Sorry, I just realized that we're only 5 hours in. All right, so we have quite some time to go.
Less than 20, right?
Yes, 19 hours. That's a positive attitude. I like it. I got Greg over here. He's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. An Uncrustable.
You know, you're a lovely person, but I'm regretting my life decision of introducing myself to you at the Philadelphia airport in January 2022, because if that would have never happened, I wouldn't be here right now.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of this today.
It's 2 laps in and it's downhill fast.
I'm the problem, it appears.
Yeah, you're the problem, but we love you.
In many ways.
I just played the cancer card, and then everyone had to do this race with me.
Well, I'm having a blast regardless.
How you feeling, Matt?
Tired, but, I'm here, so whatever.
How many laps have you done?
2.
And you're okay?
Yeah, I'm going to probably walk to Wawa or steal somebody else's food because I didn't pack any food.
Well, there's so much food here that I'm pretty sure you could steal some food.
Right. I'm good, though.
There's lots of Uncrustables that are up for grabs. There's some turkey and some bread. There's also peanut butter crackers. We've got like 10 different varieties of potato chips. We've got popcorn. We got cheese balls. I should take a video of all the food that we have.
This is better than any tailgate I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. And soon, at some point, they will have hot food up there. So you get cheeseburgers. Oh, there's also the hot dog truck.
I saw there's also a taco-ish something truck.
Yeah, at some
Down that way.
point we will be eating from the food truck. Sound good?
Sounds fantastic, Aaron.
Okay. How you doing, Jack?
Good. I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going out on the third lap
Okay.
in a little while.
Is it hot?
It's hot. It's
hot.
humid. Yeah.
It's a little soup.
The sun is kind of, there's some clouds in the sky.
Okay.
The sun's coming down.
Do you think your team's going to make it to that 100?
Oh, yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are on what, lap, like 7?
We have plenty of time to
So
get
much
there.
time.
Yeah.
As I just established, I was wrong about what time it was. And so we have 19 hours still left to go.
Because we have until 7 a.m.
7
right?
a.m.
7 a.m.
So we are not very far into this.
No, but we're moving along nicely. Everybody looks good. Everybody looks a little bedraggled at the end of a lap, but that's to be expected.
I agree.
I know I am. The plan right now is to change out of the soupy shoes after the next lap and switch it up. So
Okay.
yeah,
All
we're
right.
moving along.
Sounds good. Thank you. Megan.
Hey there.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
How many laps are you in?
2 laps in.
Okay.
I'm up soon.
Are you up next?
Soonish. No, Marsha's going up, and then
Okay,
I
so
will
you
go
still
up.
have a little while.
I still have a little
Okay.
time. Yep.
I think that I'm next, so I probably should be preparing for that.
Let's
but
get you,
Instead, I'm
some
just like
sunscreen.
standing here. I just sunscreened.
Okay.
I did prepare my water bottle, but as I'm recording, I'm like, maybe I should be like ready to go instead of recording. But here we are. We have our sexy friend Kurt over there, and he's doing a little dance for us. He's got a cute little racer back, a hip roll. Okay.
He's been studying his dance movements.
Okay, I see.
We got to pay for Chloe's college somehow.
And how's the dad joke situation this year?
We're up. Yeah, he's got another one
So
coming up.
what? Let's see what's on the board. Megan, let's go
let's
walk
check it
and
out.
check it out, and then you read.
Okay.
Read
What's
to
currently
our,
on?
you read to our listeners what's currently on the board.
Did you hear about the lawyer who won a marathon with a bad ACL?
No, I didn't.
He had the power of a torn knee. Torn knee.
Boy.
It was
It's
a
so
good
bad, guys. It's so bad out here. It's rough. Thanks.
Absolutely.
I missed that. Why don't you can't do it again. You can't replicate. You got to hold the mic towards
Hold
you.
the mic towards
yeah.
my mouth?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's how
Got
it
it.
works, Kurt. Do you know how mics work?
I
mean, that's Michael's going to love that. He's going to edit this and be like, "What is that noise? Why is he so loud?"
it's one of those things that that rockers do. They
Oh.
put the microphone in their mouth and then just kind of like throat sing.
Well, that's strange.
Oh,
God! Look at Michael. I apologize for what has happened. This is not my fault.
Michael, you'll never know which microphone it was.
So gross. Kurt, how you doing?
Doing good. Ready
how's-
for a 24-hour fun fest.
I feel like Tom's probably disappointed that you're still wearing a shirt.
I haven't run a lap yet, but as soon as I prepare to go out, I will take my shirt off and do a little
Because he
jelly
likes
roll
to
in
talk
front of him.
about he likes to talk about your tight bod.
Well, it's a little looser this year than
It's a
it was
little
last year.
looser this year.
Yeah,
Okay. What happened?
Family bod.
Okay.
I think is what I'm attributing that to.
Oh, yeah, that happens. See,
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? When you're in a relationship and you're
Mhm.
happy, you get bigger.
Oh, 100%.
That's what
when
I-
you're
that's
not
what I've
happy,
told.
that's when it goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
I
I'm
need
not
some
happy
tension
though.
in my life to get back to racing form.
That's what I said to Michael, is that I was at my thinnest right as I met him, and then suddenly I met him and
Yet you have
gained
cancer
like
and you're
30
not
pounds.
super thin.
Yeah.
It's not stressful for you, huh?
So apparently the chemo that I'm on can make you gain weight.
Oh.
So-
Okay. Well, then that explains it.
Also, I eat cancer cake every week.
Yes, I heard. And cancer cake is the most delicious cake ever.
It is.
Yeah.
And the best part is that I make other people go get the cake for me.
Of course.
Like Michael.
You should never have to buy your own
when
cake.
I yell at him and say, I need cancer cake. Go get me.
Cancer cake now.
Are you enjoying your time here?
I am very much enjoying my time here.
And what is your plan for the day? Are you planning to pace at some point?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Our buddy Skip is going for 100, so I definitely plan to pace for him and keep him moving and doing all those things.
Yeah.
And then as everybody comes in, just get some miles in and run with them and smiles. And middle of the night when they're tired, annoy them until they leave the tent.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm going to go back to the house and take a long nap. Listen, I don't know if you heard, Kurt, but I do have cancer.
See, I'm not sure that I believe that anymore. It's been a long time.
Would you like to feel my boob?
I would expect that the cancer's gone by now.
Would you like to feel my boob?
Why? Because you have lumps?
Yeah.
Look,
It's one giant lump.
Everybody's got some lumps.
I know. It's true. Lumps,
I'm
lumps
kidding.
and bumps.
I'm kidding.
Lumps and bumps.
As much as you're tempting me, I'm going to keep my hands crossed in front of me.
This is the quality content of the Will Renfrew podcast. Thank you, and we will check in later.
Thank you, everyone.
We are at Loopy Looper still. It is 9:22. It rained. And there's some thunder right there. I'm here with Pete. RD Pete, how are you?
I'm great. Living the dream out here tonight.
Yeah, we aren't on the regular mics because they got wet when a giant storm blew through.
Everything got wet. Everything got destroyed. But we're still here.
We watched a whole bunch of tents. We watched a guy who was real mad about his canopy being broken, throw it in the trash in the most aggressive way possible.
There were broken canopies everywhere, and everybody handled it better than him.
Yes, our site at this point is kind of a mess, but you're persevering, right?
We're persevering. Our arch is down, hoping to get the arch back up as long as there's no wind coming in. We're optimistic.
Okay. And we are only at 9:23, so there's still 10 hours? 10-ish hours of the 24. Oh, but you got the 100 milers who have 30 hours, so you're here till noon tomorrow, right?
1 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh,
we're here till 1 tomorrow, so that's math is hard right now. I think 14 hours more.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been hot and running, and I'm wet, and I have a lot going on in my brain, so I have no idea how to do math.
Same. Yeah, math is hard.
Math is very hard. So there's no arch, but
it's here. It's just on the ground where it's safely held down and deflated.
Okay. Did you actually end up pulling people off of the course, or was it running the whole time?
No, we ran it the whole time. Nothing came through that was dangerous for a long enough period of time that we could have, in any capacity, pulled people off the course.
All right. Your necklace is blinding me. Why are you wearing this giant glow necklace?
Because we are getting ready to start the Glow Loop. It's a fun way to make an overnight dark ultra a little bit fun by having a single lap race where everybody wears a bunch of glow stuff.
That sounds really fun. We, as our team, are going to apparently be calling it after the Glow Loop. So we're waiting for the Glow Loop to begin so that we can call it a night, apparently. Hi, look.
Hi. Hello. Hello to the people.
How has your day been?
It's been a day.
And it's raining again.
It is starting to rain, indeed. Yeah, it's great.
Tents blew away.
Our timing tent is snapped in half.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
That's fun.
Fun development. It's okay.
Okay,
It's all right.
cool.
We're good.
But you're persevering, I heard. We've been. That's the
that
word
is our go-to word.
We were just telling your husband that we are apparently quitting.
No, you're just calling it. You're not quitting. You're just calling it.
Okay,
You've had enough fun.
We're calling it.
You've had enough fun.
Sure, we'll call it fun. It was really hot the whole time. I mean,
Yes.
it was brutal
It was
out there
very hot,
today.
and then it got really cold and rainy and windy.
Yeah. I was actually freezing for a little while.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
but I don't have any. You have jackets. I didn't get a jacket.
Next time.
Yeah. All right, so just wanted to drop by and say hi to the RDs. And,
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love you guys.
We had a big crowd this year.
You
so
did.
it was a very big party in our tent for a while.
Yes.
So
I love it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Friends, let's kick off Saturday in Pennsauken, New Jersey with the Loopy Looper distance event, a 12 and 24-hour ultra event. We had a bunch of friends running this one, and we've invited a bunch of them here with us. and I am going to ask them to introduce themselves. We're even going to start with this guy right here.
Hi, my name's Greg. First time, long time. Thanks for having me on, Bob. Really appreciate
welcome,
it.
Greg. Welcome. Glad you could make it.
Hi, I'm Heather.
Good to see you, Heather.
Hey, I'm Brianna.
Brianna's here.
Hi, I'm Leah.
Hi, this is Tom. I'm the president and currently the only member of the Greg fan club.
Oh my God, is that Tom from Will Run For?
It is.
I didn't know I had a fan club. This is exciting.
There you go.
So it is true that the Greg fan club meets in a phone booth.
True.
This is Erin. I am the patriarch of the Will Run For podcast.
Yeah.
Not the matriarch. I am the patriarch.
A reference from the last time Aaron and the Will Run For crew was with us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a gang. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm about to lose control, I think, but I hope I'll like it. And tell us about the Loopy Looper. Go.
All right. So I think the best way to describe this race and this weekend is, do you remember when Bill Hader was on SNL and he would do the Stefan character during Weekend Update about like all the different clubs? Let me tell you, Loopy Looper had everything. It had temperatures in the 90s. It had real feels in the 102s. It had dew points in the upper 70s. And it had torrential rain, thunder, and lightning. So if you love all of those things, you're going to love Loopy Looper.
A good summer run in Pensaulah's in South Jersey, right? Yeah, good summer run in South Jersey.
Yeah, South Jersey.
You couldn't see the six heads nodding.
It is in South Jersey. It is literally right across the river from Philadelphia, and you could in fact see the skyline of Philadelphia from the race course.
Yep. Cool. So you had great weather because you had so much weather. Some of it had to be great, right?
No, not a single bit of it was great. Yes, there wasn't a single part of it that was great. And unless you're Michael, who did the nighttime. And Leah did the nighttime.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe 7 in the morning was okay, and 3 in the morning was okay.
Okay, I got you. Now I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. Tell us, please. This has a 12 and 24-hour event, correct?
Correct.
A 12-hour, a 24-hour, 100-miler. You can do the 12 and the 24-hour as a individual, or you can do team relays.
Any individual runners here?
Yeah,
Leah.
That was me.
Leah was, huh?
And I was an individual also.
And Heather was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did the 12, and Leah did the 24.
Oh, wow, that's impressive, Leah. I'm the heck with any kind of planning I had. Tell us about the 24. You did a 24 on your own, huh?
I had some people there, helping me along the way.
Well, yeah, right.
With crewing and stuff, and Michael, thank God, paced me for the last 3 loops to meet my goal before the 7 o'clock cutoff. But yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I knew it was going to be hot. I knew it was going to probably get monotonous at some point. As we got closer to the race date, I saw that there was a chance of rain, and I wasn't sure what that meant as far as how it wasn't going to rain all day,
That's
all
that
night.
water. That's that water that comes out of the sky, Leah.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean, yeah, I just didn't know what that was going to mean as far as how I was going to spend my 24 hours.
Hey, you came on Rise and Run. I get to do this.
I will say though that you immediately started to give credit to your crew, and you cannot take anything away from a good crew. And I think we had a great crew.
Oh yeah.
In general, but Leah, every step was your own.
That's
that
right.
Entire time. And I just remember when I did the 24-hour last time, and I absolutely kind of threw in the towel at the end. But you really didn't have any quit in you the entire time, and you could see it in your eyes that you were just going through the pain, and you were not giving into it, and you kept getting back up and you kept going out there, it does get monotonous and it gets lonely overnight. And we had all of the weather and all of the everything to deal with, and there was just really no quitting you, because like once you get into those later miles, you're like, one more loop, like you're doing mental, you're bargaining with yourself and your mental state. And yeah, people can help keep your mind in it, but nobody moved you. You know what I'm saying? Like so you can, I mean, give credit to the crew, because the crew is awesome, and Aaron and Michael and everybody that was involved in kind of coordinating this and setting everything up. And prior to the monsoon that blew all of the organization away, like it was going like a well-oiled machine for all of us. But you were the last person out of our group out there, so I mean, more, all credit to you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thanks, Tom. Yeah.
I feel like that's so true. Like people are always like, oh, like yes, you need to thank your crew for like what they do. Like we are not the reason why people get through like the race. You had all the grit in the world to do it, because we all quit and you kept going.
And I was the
Yeah.
first one to quit, so
Well, you were signed up for the 12 hours.
well, yeah, but I bailed before it rained.
We're going to get to Heather in a second here, I promise. I want to finish up, or not necessarily finish up, but I want to round this out with Leah. Leah, everybody did the same loop. How long was a loop?
That loop was 3.75 miles.
Oh, significant. How much did you end up doing? And you went the whole 24 hours, right?
I mean, I finished my last loop, which was I did 15 loops, and I finished that last one right around 5:30 in the morning. And the rule is, if you don't finish your last loop by 7 a.m., that loop doesn't count. So me and Michael, we once he like I until he started pacing me, my few loops prior were like around 2.5 hours. It was just getting really rough. My feet were full of blisters, and my calves had been tight for hours, and I was just kind of waddling around the loop out there, just trying to get as much done as I could. And then when I came back, I think when I came back from my 12th loop, there was just Michael and Tom and Aaron and Kurt and Megan, and they're like, "You're the last man standing. Everyone else had to go." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "I feel bad you guys are still here." They're like, "No, we're here for you. Like, what do you need?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I kind of had mentioned that I wasn't really sure if I like should have a goal for this, as far as like however many loops or miles I wanted to do, because I didn't really know what to expect. But like in the afternoon, when I was getting closer to 10 loops, I'm like, well, maybe I can finish 15. So that was kind of what I had in my head. I wanted to do 15 loops. And after that 12th one, and we were all talking, I said, I don't know if I can get 15 in before 7 a.m. at the rate I'm going. And so then they were like, well, Michael will pace you. So that's what he did. We went out for 3 more loops, and I cut my time. Like we finished each of those loops in about an hour and a half.
Wow.
Just with him keeping me going.
It
And
helps, doesn't it? Yeah.
it sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't in any less pain,
No.
and I had shorter breaks in between. I think we took maybe like 5 minutes or so in between loops, just so I could like put my feet up for a second and refill my water bottle and stuff. But yeah, we cranked out those 3 loops, and at 5:30 I was like, I'm done. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. It makes perfect sense. And like Tom says, yeah, it helps, but you still did it. You're still the one that did it.
Hey, Lee, a question for you, and I apologize that I never asked this of you, the whole time we spent together on Saturday. But is this a distance PR for you?
Yeah. The farthest I went before this was 50 miles. I did a 50 miler
Wow.
last November.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Great job. Now, Heather, you also went out solo. You're rolling. And
Yep.
this is your first long one in a while, isn't it?
Yeah, so I did 149K about 12 years ago as a runner. So this was a pretty big challenge.
But I think you're still coming back from a major surgery.
Yeah, I'm
And
about 6 months out.
yeah, and you're doing very, very well. How'd it go?
I mean, I didn't get the distance I'd originally hoped for, but I quickly learned why most wheelchairs don't do ultra marathons. And particularly just with it being so hot so fast and the sweat, skin breakdown's definitely an issue. So I had to be a little bit careful because I kneel in my chair, so all the pressure's on my shins.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting 10 laps, so 37.5 miles, which I was ready to quit at 50K, but if you do 10 laps, you get a little skeleton on your medal. So they convinced me to do one more lap to get that skeleton charm.
Neat. Oh, good stuff.
I just want to point out that Heather was the first wheelchair athlete that Endless Endurance ever had.
Oh,
at their
really?
events.
Wow.
So she should be super proud for getting out there and
Absolutely.
doing that.
A real trailblazer.
Yeah.
Well, and I do want to shout them out because I always reach out to a race director before I just show up to an event. And from the very beginning, they were very open. They were sending me pictures of the course, talking through whether it would be good, and just were really, really accepting of it from the very beginning. And you don't always get that. So I appreciated it.
Jen and Pete because I know them personally, they're amazing humans.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jen and Pete, who will probably end up listening to this at some point.
And they touched base with me in the morning as well, just to kind of make sure everything was good. And it worked out very well.
Outstanding. Outstanding. All right.
Hey, I have a quick question for Heather. Heather, how was the course for you?
I will say, so there was that little patch of grass at the beginning, and I did that the first loop, and then after that, I went through the parking lot. There was another little patch of grass to get back to the finish that was much easier, but that one to the beginning was just uneven enough that I was going to kill my arms doing it every time. So it was the same exact distance. I just stayed on the pavement through the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that parking lot goes right there, so it's like right along the course.
Sounds smart to me. Good
And
job,
I
guys.
really liked the course. It's really quite flat. There's two tiny little elevation gains. It's pretty because you're right along the river. There was all kinds of food trucks and events going on, and it was long enough.
We watched a wedding.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
really
yeah.
crashed a wedding on the last loop. It was great.
I didn't feel like a hamster on a wheel though, because it was long enough that you you don't
Yeah.
really feel like you're going in circles. So I liked that.
Good stuff. All right, teams. So we got Greg, Brianna, Tom, and Aaron. Were you all on the same team?
No, so Brianna was on the fast team. They were team Will Run for Chafing.
Was
then-
that was that
It was-
appropriate?
It was super appropriate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
On our little board, we called them Team Fast Holes.
Yes. Yes.
Then the patriarch of Will Run For and Tom, they were on team Will Run For Mistakes and Cheesesteaks.
Oh, very nice.
And on our team board, when we were marking all of our laps, we were the Team Turtles.
Oh, yes. And then the team that I had the pleasure to be on with Michael, we were Will Run For Achy Knees and Plastic Cheese. But Aaron, what did you put on the board for that one?
On the
I can't
board,
remember.
I put Team Trying to Beat the Fast Holes.
Yes. Yep.
I thought perhaps a reference to nachos made it to the board, but
No, they decided that they wanted to try and beat the Fast Hole team, who was trying to make it to 100. So we had a little competition going.
oh my, interesting. All right, teams, how'd it go?
I think it went really well. We had a good pace. I think we ended up with I think
78 miles.
Yeah, when I looked at the results
Oh,
in Miami,
wow.
it was like 78 in what, like 16, a little over 16 hours.
Wow.
From like when we called it. We pretty much all did like 5 or 6 loops each. And it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Like, I didn't train well or really at all. And this was my first race back since Broad Street last year.
Okay.
And I had every intention of training, like we all do, but it just got away from me. And then with the heat, I'm not a summer runner, so it was struggle bus for me.
I can imagine, but you did it.
Yeah, so I figured I could do 3 3/4, and I figured I'd have enough time in between that maybe it wouldn't be terrible. And it took the second loop shook me a little bit, but then I guess I must have loosened up after that. I brought enough change of clothes that I never really was running in wet clothes, and I think
Yeah,
that
that
made a
helps.
huge difference.
Yeah, it does help.
I'm actually surprised this morning. Yesterday I was stiff all day. This morning I was stiff, but by now I actually feel okay, and I think that surprises me more than the fact that I did like
It's
20
because
miles.
you're a strength training queen.
That's
Yes, you are.
that's really all I can chalk it up to. Like, I think that's really what made the difference.
Okay, so you're talking about teams here. So 2 on a team, 3 on a team, 4. How big are the teams?
Or
Four
on a team.
people.
So everyone does like basically one loop.
Every 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on how fast your team was.
No one doubles up and just takes 2.
You can. There were actually no rules to the relay. It was kind of like a free for all.
Yeah, I think that was, we had talked about that for like overnight. I think Dan had asked me earlier in the day that they had talked about for our group, since we were trying to get to 100, about the overnight, about if we were all on the same page that we would double up so that it would give everybody an extra time to like catch a nap or whatever. We didn't end up having to do it, but I guess that was the thing. It was like, just as long as somebody was out there, there didn't really seem to matter who it was.
Yeah, like honestly, you could have taken breaks too. Like you didn't have to have someone on course at all times. Everyone on the team could have taken like a 3-hour nap, or if we had all wanted to go home and come back in the morning right before like 5 o'clock to do our last loop, we could have done that too.
Yeah, I got you.
Like you would want to do that, right?
No,
Well, you never know.
I mentioned it, and there was a lot of no's.
I do want to give a shout
Don't
out
blame
to Dan's Google Sheet because
Yes.
I was super impressed. He had this whole thing calculated out where he was inputting every person's lap or loop time, and then it would automatically update what their current pace was when they would hit 100 miles, and it would also then predict if they kept going at that current pace how much mileage they would end up with, and if they could place in the top 3 or whatever. But obviously again, the weather, which we can talk about in a little bit, that kind of blew the Google Sheet out of the water.
Yeah, we did that last year for I had one for Tom, I had one for Michael, and I had one for Megan last year when they did the solos.
Tom and Aaron, I don't think you've told us much about how your race went.
How did my race go? I mean, we were walking. I was walk running. I mean, our team was the Team Turtles. So we really weren't like trying
This
to
is fine.
do much.
Yeah, I think that's fine. An event like this, I mean, especially a team event like this, it's more about the camaraderie.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an excuse to get together.
I was more interested in making sure putting teams together because we knew that Leah was going to be out there for 24 hours. We wanted to like have a good group of people that were going to be able to cheer her on and be able to like keep her in it for the night, which I guess kind of got blown out of the water. And Michael was the only one who kept her going. But that was the best laid plans, right?
I reckon. Race support. Did you provide all of your own, or was there any race support provided? And I'm talking in terms of food,
There was tons of
hydration.
race support, but we did not really utilize it. We kind of, because Michael and I have had a lot of ultra like experience doing these kinds of races. We kind of like having our own base camp. We kind of set up our own thing.
I think our group could have supported the entire race
I
without
think so too.
providing
It's
any
true.
support.
Well, I know you had enough cheese.
I'll be honest. We didn't get into that cheese, Bob.
Thank God.
I actually forgot to even put it out, but I had brought nachos to share
Aha. And
as
you
a
didn't
proud
put them
supporter of
out.
both
my
podcasts.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That would have been perfectly appropriate. Yeah, I was shocked to see how much of that stuff I had, Tom. And I think I still have 10 containers here. Some of which are actually inside their expiration date. But yeah, I wouldn't have touched them either. They've been out in my garage for some of them for years.
They in the end went in the trash. Sorry, Bob.
Good place for them. Good place for them. It really was. It's the right place. I'm very glad you didn't try them. That would have been
It
that would
was
have been
fun. It
dangerous.
was funny for a picture.
Yeah. All right. Good. I'm glad they got there. I'm glad you got a kick out of it, and I'm really glad you didn't try them.
I just want to say, if anyone's ever interested in like a low threat ultra, I can't recommend this one enough because it is pretty low key. And with being a loop course, you never are going to be like lost in the woods somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of our favorites because of that. And Michael and I are big fans of loop races because you're never far from support and you're never far from your people. So like there's something mentally where it's like, okay, I can do 3.75 miles.
It's a very controlled environment, and the loop is not that big that you're scared that you're not going to be able to complete one, right? And just when you're kind of reaching your limit, you're back at your base camp. You can reset. You can go back out. It's a pretty safe kind of ultra event. If someone was trying to get involved in one, I would definitely recommend it.
No, Tom, I'll give a perfect example of that. So when the storm blew through, and then this was just before, I want to say 7:00.
Yep.
So it was just before the halfway point. We had dark clouds overhead. We saw lightning in the distance. We were hearing rumbles of thunder. And at one point, an air horn did go off during the race, which was indicating that, they needed to just, pause things for a little bit.
Okay.
And at that point, we had, across the various teams, we had people out on the course when they blew that air horn. So thankfully, again, since it is in, a confined span of space, we were able to get somebody in a car to drive on the loop to go pick those people up and then bring them back to safety.
Oh,
and
that's
also,
cool.
That also help, salvage our camp before everything, potentially blew away.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You were able to do that.
I think, and I've said this a few times, but and I'll say it here. I think that had the rain been like 2 hours earlier, and you could have regrouped in the light of day, or if it had happened 2 hours later and the weather had cooled down and we weren't at the height of the worst part of the day, and when it's the toughest, I think we would have been able to regroup as teams. But I think it was just the perfect storm of, we were 12 hours in, we were hot, we were tired, we were exhausted, and the idea of resetting up our camp just felt like too much.
Totally understand. Makes perfect sense to me.
But we made lemonade out of lemons by the collective decision across the three teams. And because one of the rules of Loopy Looper, and this is a special event that's actually part of the event that you can register for, and that's called the Glow Loop. So this happens at 10 p.m., And so if you're already participating in the 12 or the 24 hour, obviously you can just go out. It's a big party. There's glow sticks and all sorts. Plus people got their headlamps and their Nox gear on and all that jazz. But it came to the mutual decision between the three teams that we were going to do this as teams together, because the rule was you could only be out on the course as a team for your final lap.
Oh, I gotcha.
So everyone decided this is a good way to shut it down. We just walked the entire thing, because we actually thought the glow loop was going to get delayed because the huge storm pushed through, and then about, I want to say, 45 minutes before the glow loop, the heavens opened back up on us, and literally at that point, I think one tent had got re-put up. So we were all huddled under there thinking, oh, maybe they'll delay the glow loop. But no, they were right on the nose at 10 o'clock. So we all went out there. It took us, over an hour to do it. But it was fun to just get out there, wave our glow sticks as, cars would honk at us, and everything like that. So it was a good way to shut it down. That's for sure. And like I said, Brianna and I thought about crashing the wedding that was going on, because I think the reception was wrapping up. So that was a cool way to end it.
Yeah.
And I had actually signed up for the 12-hour and the glow loop just because I thought that would be kind of fun to do with everyone else. But went back, took a shower, ate some food. Looked at it. It was raining, and I went to bed and did not go back to the glow loop.
Don't blame you a bit.
Good decision.
You guys did the Frosty Looper last year. I know, looking at it, I guess if you do both races in the same season, you get like a hybrid medal. Are you guys planning on going for that?
I'd be lying if I hadn't thought about it.
If I lived closer, I might think about it,
Mhm.
but I'm 13 hours away. So
Ooh, yeah.
If I could fit in my racing chair with winter clothes, I would maybe do it.
I know Aaron and Michael did it last year, so I don't know if they're planning on doing it again.
We did actually not plan to do it this year. We're like, we need a break from Loopy. And then Leah and Lisa, who unfortunately got COVID, were like, we want to do it. We were like, well, we live like 3 miles away, so we're going to do this. So we ended up doing it this year. So I think next year we might take a break, but maybe 2026 we'll be back and we'll try and do a big group again.
Sounds like fun.
No, I mean, for those people that are in the mid-Atlantic area, so your Pennsylvanias, New Jerseys, Delawares, Marylands, Virginias, if you wanted to dip your toe into something like this, I would actually highly recommend the Frosty Looper. I give all the credit in the world to Michael and Aaron for having me come out to do Frosty Looper last December, especially since it's only an 8-hour event. The weather was not terrible. I mean, thankfully we had a cloudy day. I think the temperatures were in the high 40s, maybe low 50s. So it was perfect running weather. Now it's not as big of an event as the summer version, but I mean, still the same type of support, with, if you needed soup or water or tailwind, quesadillas, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they had that all there provided for you.
Very good.
And it's a very reasonable price too. I mean, it's cheaper than a Disney race, I'll tell you that. So yeah, so if you're interested, definitely look into it's called the Frosty Looper, again, part of Endless Endurance.
When is that, guys?
I'll
November?
be at Frosty Loopy. It's in December. It's
December.
the last weekend. For most people, it'll be your last long run for Run Disney, Dopey,
For Dopey training?
marathon, anything like that. So I believe that I will be there this year as a dedicated training run, the way that Greg was last year. It's a really great way to get support.
Absolutely. It's a perfect catered training run. It's
Yes.
perfect.
It's December 15th, it looks like, looking at their website.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will probably be there for that for a dedicated training run for Dopey.
Good stuff. Guys, thanks for joining us. It was fun. I've been looking forward to this. I as a regular Will Run For listener, I've heard about Frosty and I've heard about Loopy on many occasions. So it's great to have you on. It's always great to see everybody and to talk about it. So Heather, Brianna, Leah, Tom, Aaron, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks,
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
night, guys.